Greetings everybody, John here with WikiGameGuides with some more Rainbow Six Siege multiplayer gameplay. Now this is the 5-on-5 attack and defend mode. The way this mode works is you basically take turns attacking and defending. Each team has different classes that you can choose from, and I'll get more into that in a second. So at the beginning of the offensive round, you control these little remote control battle bots basically, and you don't know where the objective is at the start of the game. So what you have to do, and you and your teammates have to do, is you have to run around this building and try to find the enemies and where the objective is. And then at the end of the 30 seconds, you want to place your little car in a position where you can hopefully get eyes on where, on some tactical spots, because you can switch to the camera for this car at any time. And also, see, there you go. So as soon as those 40 seconds are over, 30 seconds I think, you switch to your character and you start running into ambush. And now if you don't find where the objective is, that makes it that much harder for you to complete the mission in the 4 minutes that you're given. Now the enemies can shoot those little cars at the beginning of the round, but they're very hard to hit. So it's very difficult to stop those guys from finding it, and especially after you get to know the maps a little bit better and you know the set points for where the defensive spots can be, I imagine it's going to be pretty routine to find the objectives. But right now it was a little bit challenging. So we know that they're on the bottom floor, and even like once or twice we on some of the other matches that I'm not showing on this clip or on this video here, we would see where the enemies were, but we didn't find the exact objective, but we knew that they were either on the bottom level or the middle level or the top level of the building, which narrowed it down quite a bit. So it's an interesting concept, and I don't really know how much it's going to affect the game long term. So one of the really fun mechanics in this game is breaching through the ceiling, and we managed to catch one of their guys off guard right away. And as you can see, actually we got off to a really good start in this match. We got them down to 5-2 just by breaching through and taking them out in this room, because they had kind of like holed up in this room for some reason. I'm not sure why they decided to do that, but we ended up taking out 3 dudes in that room. Friendly fire is always on in Rainbow Six Vegas. Rainbow Six Vegas? Rainbow Six Siege. So you have to be very careful not to shoot your teammates. I was killed by my teammates, I think twice during this preview session. So you have to be very careful. And that dude just mowed down 2 of our guys. And this ends up being in a great one-on-one finish at the end. Good pistol shot there too. So it's 3-on-1. And he just took down 2 of those guys, or 2 of our guys. Oh no, except I got to revive him here. So because we're on offense, we either have to plant the bomb or secure the spot or kill all of them, whereas the defensive guys, they have an advantage in that they can just play defense and kind of tank it out if they really want to. The barbed wire that I just walked right over, that does not damage you unless it's electrocuted. So at this point, I knew that this guy on their team, I think he had 3 or 4 kills at this point. So I was kind of nervous because all I had was like a weak little pistol. But I ended up getting the best of him here in just a second because he did not realize that I had a shield. So because we got the last kill, even though we didn't secure the area, we ended up winning. So now we're switching to the defense. And this class right here, Pulse, you get a heart sensing monitor, and I get a pretty awesome kill here in a second. So you can customize which guns you want, and secondaries and pistols and all that kind of stuff. So by default, for whatever reason, it's a barbed wire. But with the heart sensor, you can also get this nitro cell C4, and you can also choose where your whole team starts, or you can vote with the rest of your team. or no, I'm sorry, where which one of the 5 defensive points you like the most. So I had an idea, or I had a pretty good idea, that the enemies would be coming down the stairs here at some point. So I just put the C4 right on that barrel, hopefully being able to catch them off guard. You can't hear the C4, but it's very, like, you have to be very aware of the sound and be very good at picking it up. So this is the heart sensor here. And it's not super fast the way that Call of Duty is. It takes a second to put down and pull back up, so it's not like an instantaneous heart sensor, but it is very powerful, a little bit overpowered. And like, I know the 5 enemies are on the roof, kind of coming down, so I'm hoping that they're going to fall right into my trap where I put that C4. And as you saw at the beginning of this whole thing, I see him walking down the stairs. I have a pretty good mental idea of the map of it, and then there we go. Blew him up. I was sitting right across from the guy that did that too, and he was pretty pissed when that happened. So yeah, this heart sensor here, this is an absolute must for any team playing defense. Honestly, I hope that they kind of nerf the strength of that a little bit, because it seems pretty powerful. So during the defensive, or during the opening defensive area, like those yellow, those walls right there that had like the yellow, or the boards that had the yellow X's on them, you can put those up and you have an infinite supply of reinforcements in those kind of areas, and they're very easy to shoot through. They're basically just ways to limit vision points, or yeah, lines of sight rather. But they also have ways to kind of breach through those quickly, so that they're not like meleeing through them and potentially getting shot through the wall. And in a situation like this, where there's so many enemies, like so close, you do. Oh, so I just got shot in the back there by my teammate, which can really throw you off, because it makes you think you're getting flanked. Nearly got him.
5 seconds remaining.
But so like the heart sensor thing is great for. It's really great if you want to flank the opposing team, which I end up doing here in this next clip, not with the heart sensor, but one of like defense is very, very powerful. So this is another round where I decided to, instead of playing defense and just kind of holding and camping, I decided to leave the building and just flank up behind everybody, and I got 2 kills and nearly a third during this as well. So flanking, it's very easy to get behind. Like if you know that they know where the objective is, it can be very easy to get behind them, because they're all going in the exact same direction, and they don't necessarily watch their back too much, because they expect you to be going through. Now on defense as well, you have these cameras placed all around the building in these fixed spots, so I knew that that's the enemy right there. Now it doesn't mark them on the camera or on anybody else's HUD, so you have to really communicate with your teammates that you know, the enemy's location. So at this point, I realized that they were getting the best of us, that we had one guy down already, and I decided to just kind of take a rogue way of getting through this. And I believe, I'm not exactly sure how this works, but it's flashing "you're detected, you're detected, you're detected" right on the screen right there. And I believe that means that any time that when you're on defense and you leave the main building, that it instantly puts you on the enemy's map, so that if they were playing really heads up, that they would know exactly where I am. But because I guess they weren't playing too heads up, they didn't. Or you know, this was our first experience playing this game, so you know, there's a lot of controls to learn quickly and all that. So I flanked that one guy there, and then I got another kill, and then my teammate finished off the third guy. Flanking is so incredibly strong on defense in Rainbow Six Siege. I cannot wait to play a lot more of that 5-on-5 PvP. Like, the matches get so intense so quickly, and there's such short rounds that you just go back and forth, and it's such a strategic battle every single time. So anyway, thanks for checking out this video. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe for more Rainbow Six Siege updates, and check out my other preview videos as well if you haven't already. And if you enjoyed the video, please give it a like. It helps me out a lot. Thanks for watching, and game on.